decided it is magic, and today I'm very excited about this cut shoot. Very excited indeed. We have got Tim and Tom from Keane who are here right now. Hi, Keane. Hi, guys.
Hi, wow. It's very jolly. Thank you.
It is.
What a welcome.
Hooray!
Kat, are you okay having a Tom, and a Tim in the same room? Is that...
Look, I'm just going to shout one of the names and just somebody answer.
I won't answer. I'm not in Keane, so I won't say anything.
All right. Okay. It's so good to have you here.
Yeah,
Thank
lovely
you
to be here.
Yeah. Well, guys, I mean, your iconic album, Hopes and Fears, it turned 20 this year. Came out in 2004. When I think of 2004, I'm like, 10 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
And it's 20 years.
Yeah,
Does that
flies
feel
by.
weird?
Well, I personally feel like I've done quite a lot of living in that time.
That's a fair point.
It's been eventful, but yes, at the same time, it's paradoxical. It does feel like it's gone by in an instant as well. It's sort of only yesterday we were doing those sort of early gigs, and all the excitement of suddenly going from sort of nowhere to somewhere.
Yeah.
I also think you have this, like, in terms of the band, it seems particularly weird because you still feel like such beginners, and I find it weird when people sort of start asking us for kind of, now you've been doing it for 20 years. What wisdom have you got to pass on to? Sort of,
Still no wisdom.
Still no wisdom.
No.
Come
We'll
on, guys,
get
you're
there.
statesman now. That's the you've got to.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? 20 years. Do you know what? Here's a sign of how much I love this album. When I got rid of all my CDs, there were about 10 actual physical CDs that I kept.
Yeah.
And this was one of them.
And yours are the first to go.
But it survived. It survived the charity shop cull because I thought because it was an album that I listened to loads when my wife and I were getting together. Like, it's a very significant album. And how does it feel for you knowing that it has a huge amount of meaning for people? This album.
Well, it's lovely.
That's kind of why you make music in the first place, isn't it? That's sort of what you dream of, is having an impact on people's lives. You are in the same way that music's had an impact on our lives. So it's the dream. It's amazing.
Also, 20 years ago, no social media. You guys did your time without any of that glare on you. But now you're coming back in and social media is here. Is it a different thing? Does it feel different now?
Well, our management and our label, they're always trying to kind of convince us we need to be doing...
TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've been there. And it's quite... In some ways, it's a bit of an alien concept to get your head around. I think, like, kids these days, or people starting bands or starting out in music these days, it's just an integral part of what they do, and it just comes very naturally.
Yeah.
But I think for us, we always feel like if we're asked to do something for socials, it always feels a bit uncomfortable, like we're contriving it or forcing it. So, we've found a solution, which is just to ask a mate of ours to come with us on the road and come down to our houses or whatever and film us and do stuff, so that it takes the pressure off.
I'm available.
Yeah.
I could use portrait mode. Evening on Magic is the 4 till 7 show with Tom and Kat, and Tim and Tom from Keane are here. Guys, we were talking about social media before, and social media has helped you guys a bit as well, right? Like, my 11-year-old came up to me the other day. This is absolutely true. And he was like, "You're going to love this song, Daddy. This is so your kind of song." I bet you've never heard it. And he played me Summer Only Arena. And I was like, well, listen, mate, I don't want to tell you this, but me and your mum really like that song.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. How old is he? Oh, no,
Well, he's 11,
not
20. And that said, there must be quite a lot of people who are sort of 19 or 20 who, ironically, this really was the first album they ever listened to, before they even had ears, maybe.
Wow.
I would say if your parents have still got this album, they didn't. If it's still there, I'm afraid to say you're one of them.
Teen baby.
It's true, though, isn't it? That so my son plays, he got Summer Only We Know. He showed me that on YouTube. And Tim, he was like, this song's amazing, I bet you've never heard it. But he hears it all the time on I think it's TikTok or maybe the YouTubes, or something like that. But it's big.
It's huge. I mean, it's crazy. It's so nice for us, especially when you're playing live, you look out and see all these kind of young faces.
Yeah,
they probably weren't even born when the album came out. It's great because it makes you feel like, you're still connecting with new people and young people, and it's really nice, that.
Do me a favour, next time, when you're on tour, would you shout out to all the 20-year-olds out there and just say, "Guys, just raise your hands if you're 20 out there." And then just knowingly just go, yeah, sure. If their parents are with them as well, even better. Even better. The tour is coming up. What can we expect?
Well, obviously, it's leaning very heavily on hopes and fears. I think that's...
I would love it if you went out and went, right, here's some new stuff.
Some new stuff, guys.
And then obviously the conundrum is whether to play the album in order,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
whether to play the entire album, all of those things. We've
Still
come up with-
discussing this or
Not really.
decisions made?
Well, the thing about Hopes and Fears, those who know it well will know that it begins with Somewhere Only We Know,
Yeah.
and then has sort of 3 or 4 of the most well-known singles in the first sort of 5 or 6 songs. So it'd be very difficult, I think, to do a gig where you played those songs in order.
Yeah.
So,
Or maybe just do half of Somewhere Only We Know and then just leave them wanting more.
Yeah, do an acoustic version at the top and
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
full version at the end. How
It's a
about
big
that?
tour, though. UK,
Yeah.
the world. Are you excited?
We're very excited, yeah. I'm going to say something. No, should I say that?
Yes,
definitely
say
say
it.
If it does, definitely
Always
say
say it.
Well, I have small children.
Daddy can't
and,
wait to get away. Cheers, guys. Daddy, but why are you taking your golf clubs? No reason. Bye. That's my 7 wood.
And the fact that we've got 70 odd dates this year, I mean, people say, oh, it's going to be so hard. And I think, yeah, but is it as hard as getting up at 5 o'clock every morning with
You're
a
going to get a
3-year-old?
full night's sleep.
Exactly.
Well, we're looking forward to it, guys. Don't move because we want to play the timeline. Keane is still with us. We've got Tim and we've got Tom. Are you ready to take on the timeline?
Yes.
Great.
The Tim Tom line.
The Tim Tom
Just thought that,
timeline.
guys. That's going in. Thanks.
Tim Tom timeline.
Genius.
Would you like to explain the rules, please, Tom, to the timeline, to Tim and Tom?
To Tim and Tom the timeline. Have you got a Tim Tam? So what happens, Tim Tom, on the timeline is we give you 3 events, right, and you have to put them in the right chronological order. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all you got to do. Kat is going to now play you the audio of 3 events from the year 2004.
Yeah.
remember
You
that
know
year?
it well,
No,
Tim?
I don't remember any of it.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. There might be a problem with this.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Oh, God.
Here,
All right,
we
here we go.
All right, here's the first one.
Did you get off the plane? Did you get off the plane? I got off the plane.
It was the last episode of Friends,
okay,
of course.
We are convinced that President Bush has won re-election with at least 286 electoral college votes.
Yep, there's something funny about that. That was, any ideas what that is, Tim or Tom? What that moment was from 2004?
It's where it was a Florida primary. Was that right? With Bush?
It was George W. Bush winning re-election.
Big moment that year.
That would be in November then, wouldn't it?
Yes, well, yes.
Yes.
Well,
Hold that thought.
very
Yes.
good,
You're
very
playing-
good.
What's happening there is you're playing the timeline.
Yes.
Tom.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
then
All right.
the final one.
And he did. So
Do you know what that moment was? Quite an iconic moment.
Is that the Janet Jackson?
That's right.
it is
Super Bowl.
the wardrobe malfunction.
Yes.
Malfunction.
Yeah, yeah. Wink, wink. So would you put those in the correct order?
my God.
that
They're
they
all
came
quite
out that
close
year?
together, I reckon, aren't they?
Yeah, it's almost like they're all over 1 year. Yeah.
No, I think in month terms they're quite close
They are
together.
close. They are close.
We just had the Super Bowl. Right?
Yeah. And then, what was the... I've already forgotten the first one.
Last episode of Friends.
See, I reckon that... You'd have thought that would come out near Christmas, though, wouldn't you? So maybe that's the last one. So hang on. Super Bowl first,
Yeah.
election second, and the final thing that year was Friends.
Okay, that's what you're going for,
Okay.
Keane. Let's find out if you are right
All right.
or wrong. They
Do you
went.
agree with this? Are you happy with this?
Oh,
yeah, you don't
okay.
care.
Okay. All right. Okay. I was wrong. I'm so sorry.
It was Friends What Done You. So you had it right. The Super Bowl moment was February.
Yeah.
Then Friends ended in May. And the George W. Bush re-election was in November.
You got that bit right.
Which you did get
Yeah.
right, but that's the nature of the timeline.
You knew that.
If you get 2 right, doesn't matter. You can't get them all right. All
Yeah.
Brutal.
Don't
It is.
worry.
It
Next
is, guys.
time, come and see us again, and we'll do another.
So we don't win a prize.
You don't, unfortunately.
Really? You get the right to leave. I mean, that's, you know.
We won't keep you any longer. It was so lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in to see us. Good luck with the tour. Good luck with the album.
Good luck with the golf. Can I
Hopes
say
and
I've not talked about golf with Tom, which has been
God,
a real
do
challenge
it
for me.
after. Do it after.
I will.
The remastered version of your album, Hopes and Fears, after 20 years. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for coming to see us.
Thank you, guys. Bye.